All I know was it was a financial stretch for them to get the house. So I'm filling in the other details myself. That's the story. And he said his other half was really, they were going through the process, and she was really worried. She's like, "Look, I'm not even sure we can afford this. What do we do? How are we going to pay for this? How are we going to do this? Should we be doing this?" And his response to her was, "We haven't even got the mortgage yet. Let's focus on getting the mortgage, and once we've got the mortgage, let's focus on how we pay the mortgage." And the lesson was break it down. This is backlog your life. This is where all of this sort of stuff comes from with me. And he said they did it, and they got the house, and it was a stretch, but they let rooms out to students during the summer. Things like they did loads of. Once it was there, and once they had to make the payment, they found a way to make the payment. But he said the risk was they psych themselves out of even getting the mortgage if they focus too much on this. And he's like, so just one step at a time. Every problem is solvable, and just focus on the one in front of you and the one. And that really because a lot of my worries were, how do I pay the mortgage, not how do I get the mortgage. And I really took that on board, and that's where I started, as you know from me, Joe, this let's break it down to steps, let's take it bit by all comes from that. So there's a real pivotal moment. It's not like I walked out of the room a different person. That just gave me a direction and changed and changed and changed. It's the same for you. Like I was saying there, just focus on who you want to be and challenge yourself, quite often retrospectively when you're not, and look at people who are what you want to be. And it's not mimic them, but take the little things from it that you see that are what you want to be. And you'll do it. There's no doubt in my mind that you will. Right, I'm done on my passionate ramble now. Jose.
I love this conversation. Just to say, I think, Ryan, this is awesome what you just revealed, because as I've seen you grow, I think this is one of those other milestone moments that I've seen from you, being honest about that and being brutally honest about what's going on. So I think the question you asked is, do you have it? Is that the sort of, it was, wasn't it? If we go back to what you were saying, do you
Yeah,
do you
it
have
was.
that voice? And what's your
Yeah.
experience with it,
What,
right?
what's your experience with your inner monologue, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll let you know. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Frizzle who's on here. Brilliant. Thank you so much. I want to get us to lots of Frizzle. Thank you so much. Cloud9, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And also Sophie who joined. But Cloud9 and Frizzle really trying to boost the likes. So thank you so much for doing that on the live. I wanted to give you a bit of a
I
shout
think
out.
I think before you start,
Yep.
if you knew me professionally before you knew me on the podcast, or you knew me socially, you'd
Mm.
think I am the most confident or arrogant person that there ever was. And I don't understand how people can think that when I know what my head tells me about me. Do I